welcome back to my channel. It's Marquita. If you are new here, welcome. So glad that you're here today. So today I'm going to do a flip through of my classic size catch-all planner. I feel like I haven't done a flip through in a while. Maybe I have, but I've changed so much with this. Well, not changed, but I've added so much to it. I've written lots of things down, and I know a lot of you like to see like things written in. How do you use inserts and things like that? So I figure I will go ahead and show you guys how I have it all set up. So if you're new here, I hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing, and you'll give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's jump in and do the flip through. If you want to see that, make sure to stay tuned. All right, y'all, first and foremost, I'm trying a different background, and I'm also trying my ring light again. I typically film with natural light, so let me show you how it looks. I know this is not what this video is about, but I want to show you guys how the natural light looks. So that is the natural light. I love natural light, but I just decided today I wanted to pull my ring light out. I have it, and I never use it, so I wanted to try it out today. So that's what you see here. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the video still, even though it's a little bit different lighting than you're used to. So this is my catch-all planner. As you guys know, I have a clear cover on it. These are available in my shop. They will be restocking soon. Right now, I think I only have Skinny Classic. I have Skinny Mini, and I have Mini. I may have a couple of other sizes as well, but I'm going to do a full restock. I am trying a different type of plastic. This is the plastic I used to use. The new plastic is not going to have the protective film on top of it, but it's still a good quality plastic. It just allows me to have a better margin, and so I'm going to be using that going forward. So stay tuned for a restock. But that's what you see here. Everything in this planner, with the exception of like post-it notes and little things here and there, are from my shop. I won't keep saying my shop because I know I sometimes do that, say this is from my shop, this is from my shop. Just know that majority of this stuff is from my shop. All of the inserts are from my shop. I even have pin loops. I have plastic protective, or not plastic protective, but I have plastic little sleeves that you can insert little cards in. When you see all of that stuff, just know it's from my shop. I don't have to keep saying it. So let's go ahead and get started. I just wanted to show you the clear cover. Love the clear cover. I also just ordered a cover from Notique, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to do an unboxing and review of that. And I'm still going to keep my clear cover on. It'll just be kind of tucked inside of the cover, because the one that I got, I slide this into it, and then I also have one that's an actual cover that you snap on. So the first thing that you see here is my inspiration page. I love this page. This is from the Happy Planner. It is just a sleeve that was classic size. I trimmed it down so that way it would fit in here, and I believe so. No. I had the Happy Planner one in there. I took it out. This is actually from Martha Stewart disc bound system, and yeah, so I didn't cut this one down, but as you can see, it's different. So I just added my little post-it notes here. This is from Cloth and Paper, my shop, and this is from Amazon, and then these cards are from the Happy Planner. So I love that there, just to have a little pop of inspiration. And so that's what I've got here. And then when you flip it onto the back, I've just got a couple more cards, and I've got a photo of Addison and I. So that's, I guess, the thing about the ring light, is that when you have like plastic films, protective sort of things, it's going to give you some weird lighting. But as you can see, it's just a photo of Addison and I. I love her. She's so sweet. Okay, so on this side, this came with the planner that I used to use when I used the Martha Stewart disc bound cover. You remember the cover that I had on recently that was like a creamy color? This came with that, so I decided to keep it in here, and I just have some translucent sticky notes, my shop, just in case, because I don't think I mentioned that. And then I've got 4 sheets of stickers. I love these. These are in glossy, and I use these quite a bit. These were from the Marble Dreams stationery box, and so I just tucked those in. And then I've got a little die cut here from the Marble Dreams stationery box, which was marble and then this flower, which I just printed from online. This card in the back here is from Notique, and then the marble paper was from the Marble Dreams stationery box as well, which I just have it in the back there, as you can see. This card is from Notique, and then this paper clip was from the stationery box as well, so I just used that to clip all the stuff at the top. I think it looks pretty, really pretty from like just carrying it around. It's just so pretty to just look at. So I love having that pop of stuff just kind of peekaboo through. Right here, I just have a die cut that I found online, I think, or I might have ordered it on Etsy. Then I've got my name here at the bottom. This is from Alicia Michelle XO. So that's what I've got there. I love that. And then all of the dashboard dividers are from my shop. As you can see, I've got some side action there that just breaks down the top. So the top is where I go to see like what I've got to do and get done and all that good stuff, or like my main subjects. And then the side is where it's kind of like all broken down. As you can see, I've got a lot of pin loops on here. Pin loops are available in my shop as well. And I love a good pin loop. As you guys know, these pin loops are my favorite. And I've got 3 of them because, well, actually I only have 2 because I love different pens. So this is the Paper Mate Flare, and this is my Muji pen in 0.5. I love Muji pens, and I love Paper Mate Flare pens. They're my favorite. So first thing you see when you flip that page is you see a 2020 year at a glance. So this is where you would come and you could put those. I have transparent dots in my shop where you can come and put a transparent dot, or you can circle it. You can come down here and break down what that appointment may be. You can color code it. But this is just a place where at a view you can see what the date is, and then you can also see at a glance on one page what appointments you have broken down by the month. So that is the at a glance, and then we've got it broken down even further. So you can come here for whatever that particular month is and write in whatever that appointment is. So I use that a lot. I do have it clipped here with one of these clips I got from Amazon. I love these. These will be coming to the shop soon. And these are great. I'm obsessed with them. I have a ton of them in here, as you can see. They're great for just like color coding as well. So as you can see, I've got one here, I've got one here, I've got one in the back there. I love them so much. So that's my like newest obsession, I guess you could say. So that is the at a glance. So we are in June, so I keep this clip to June just so I can easily get to it. And so that stays there. And so that is just my first section. It's not labeled by a tab, but it's just my first section. So this is the second section, which is the calendar section. As you can see at the top, it says calendar. I've got a pin loop attached to it because I didn't have another place to put it. So I just put it there. That is June 2020. I switched to a different layout. I'll be doing a plan with me on my channel, and I'll show you guys how I would use this layout. I have been really loving this layout. So this is the monthly view. We don't have too much going on, as I'm sure you guys don't either, but I still do plan, of course, because I still have other things going on. So this is the first week, and as you can see, I used the homebody stickers. I popped this in because I wanted to come up with some ideas. I do have a full business planner, which I would typically write this in, but I wanted to keep it in here because I am working on a strategy and coming up with new content. And then this is the current week we're on. I made this bookmark here using the paper from the Marble Dream stationery box, and I made it to where I can open it at the bottom because sometimes I feel like I have a lot going on at the top and I want to be able to flip to the page that I'm on easily. So by having it on the bottom, I can just come here and just flip right to the week. So that's what we've got there. This is the current spread. I really love it. So as you can see, I am using the what do I call these? The vertical lined. So it's got a little box at the top, as you can see, and it's got lines at the bottom. And I've been really enjoying more of a checklist sort of planning strategy as opposed to breaking things down by subject when it comes to my personal planning. I am using now in my business planner the subject style layout, which I adore, and I think it's just so classic, and I love it. So I still want to keep it in my planner lineup. It's just that I wanted to switch up a little bit in terms of this planning, because sometimes I feel like having all of that broken down I don't have that much to do in each category. So I feel like if I just make a running to-do list each day, that would be helpful to me. So I've got a little notes over here, and I've got my bookmark, and then I've got my meal planner. It's the fold-out meal planner. So I've got my grocery list here on the side. I already did my grocery shopping for this week through Walmart, so it'll be delivered today. You can trim this off and take it with you to the grocery store. That's why I called it a fold-out. And then on the back, you've got a way to track what items you already have in your pantry. This is so helpful to me to be able to see what I already have on hand, and then you can only purchase the items that you actually need. And then this is the second half of the spread. I really loved planning this week, and I really adore the new layout. And I just think sometimes you just need a change up, you know, from the way that you're doing things. And so that's what I've done here. I reformatted this page because there should actually be space at the top for you to put the date. But for some reason I formatted it weird. And so I reformatted it to have that space at the top. But for now, I kind of have been digging putting the date here in the middle. I think it's kind of cool. So I did the same thing with this week, and I like how that turned out. So that is June, and I think I also have July in here, and I use this paper clip at the top. All of these dangles here are from Hustle and Shine, so these two here, that one. She sent me a whole bunch of other ones too, so I switched them out, and then a little diamond dangle at the bottom. So I love them. These are rose gold discs, by the way, metal discs. I sold out in my shop, so I don't have these available. I had them in 4 colors, and I'll be restocking them soon. So I do have July in here. Again, I just pin it with that paper clip, and I'm going to be doing the same layout. I wanted to test it for June to make sure I liked it, and I do, so I'm gonna do it for July as well. So this is a clear protective sheet that I have in here that I just put a little card in there that says nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. I think this is from the Happy Planner. I could be wrong. So I just kind of put that on top of one of my dashboard dividers, so that way I could just see that as inspiration. Next is the monthly section, which is really the pre-planning section, but I called it the monthly section in my shop. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I do have the divider dashboards, and then I have labels that you can purchase separately based on your theme. So I have budget labels, I have date labels, or month labels, I have just general planning labels. I have a ton of them. I'll be adding some spiritual labels soon, so that way you can pick what you want and it's not permanently written on there for you, and you can switch them out as your needs change. So this is the monthly section, or the pre-planning section. I love pre-planning inserts, y'all. So you can come here. I have 12 of them in here for the entire year. You can come in here and you can pre-plan your month out, and then you can use this as a guide to plan your week out. I consider this different from this because this is like the whole year. So you come here first. I'm gonna do a planning routine video as well, because some of you may have questions on that. So you'll come here first, plan out your year, come here next, break it down, and then you'll take this and use it as a guide for your weekly spreads and any other subjects that you have throughout your planner. So I love these. I had the whole entire month of June planned out, and then I started to work on July as well. So you can come here and plan as far in advance as you would like. 12 of these are included in a set in my shop, so love these. I also have this paper clip here just to kind of keep them secured, and then we get to the home section. So within the home section, I have multiple sections. So that's why I love having top tabs and side tabs. So within the home section, for me, it's considered meal planning, cleaning, and projects. In this particular planner, I did used to have different sort of sections in other planners, but I just kind of simplified it a little bit. I am coming out with a home management box, which I'm super excited about. And so hopefully that'll give you some basics in that box so that you can create a home management planner, a home management system, so you can manage every part of your life. So I'm looking forward to that, because I'm going to be transitioning some of those inserts in here. I can't show you because, you know, I like for it to be a surprise. Some people don't want to, you know, have spoiler alerts, so I try not to do that. So I do leak sneaks to my Patreons. So if you are not a Patreon, you are more than welcome to sign up. I do have a link below. There are several sneaks there that you can have access to instantly, no matter what tier you sign up for. So, and thank you to all my other Patreons out there. I do shout outs in my videos. There's lots of perks that you get as a Patreon. So yes, so I love all my Patreons. So thank you guys so much. So I do sneaks there is what I was trying to say. So these are my sections here that I've been using so far for managing my home, meal planning, cleaning, and projects. And I feel like that kind of encompasses most everything that you need in terms of managing a household. But I also consider this whole planner my home management binder. So whatever is missing here is somewhere throughout the planner. So home section, first meal planning. I do have a yearly meal planner, so I come here to plan my meals for the year. I have a post-it note here from Cloth and Paper that I was using since we are in a pandemic. Supplies were very limited at the grocery store. I went and bought things in bulk, and I wrote a list of all of the meat that I had, and I just checked it off as I started using it. So I love having this here. This has been really helpful for me. I also have a list here of items that you should keep on hand, and I have categories here in which these belong to. And so these are like staple items that everybody should have in their pantry, refrigerator, freezer. I love having this because when I get ready to do my grocery shopping, I can go check my pantry, of course, is where I would start. And then I would come here to see like what are some of the staple items that I should have that maybe I don't have. So I love having that. It's been very helpful for me. Then I also have a list of family favorite meals. I'm still working on this, as you can see. These are some of the meals my family loves. So when I'm having a question or wondering what to cook for dinner, I can come here and just pull one of the family favorites. And so I've been planning out my year of meal planning. We are right now in this week right here. So like this week we are having egg roll in a bowl, then we're having buffalo peppers, then we're having Greek bowls, and then Sunday is typically an out day for us. I don't cook on Sundays. I only cook 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we have leftovers on Tuesday and Thursday, right? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, and Saturday. Sometimes we eat out on Saturday as well. So that's just what works for me. So I have this little clip here that kind of holds the remainder of those pages so that way I can get to this easily. And then we've got a shopping list. This is what I used last week, so I technically can purge this out because I don't need this anymore. When I was doing my meal planning for last week, I used this to figure out what I needed to buy, and I don't need that anymore. So next up is I'm going back to basics. I'm starting now to put my recipe card back in my planner like I used to. You guys remember when I used to keep whatever meals we were cooking for the week inside of my planner? Because I've been really all into my planner lately for some reason. I've been taking it all around the house with me. This is like my catch-all baby. This is really the only planner that I use on a consistent basis outside of my business and social media planner. But I take this everywhere in the house. I've been really all into it lately for some reason. And even though we don't have that much going on, I like writing in it. I don't know, it's just therapeutic right now. And so I've been kind of planning some meals out. These are new recipe cards from my shop, which I adore them so much. I love the clean look of them. I love how you can pop the picture at the bottom, or you don't have to because it is technically a note section. I just love how simple it is. And so I've been really using these a lot. I've been planning, or rather I've been printing out with my Canon selfie printer. I love the Canon selfie printer, and I've just been popping in the recipes here at the bottom. I do also have some that I haven't planned for yet, and I just kind of keep those around, and I will be planning for these soon. I may even attach them somewhere in here so I have them on hand. I am still going to keep all of the recipes in my classic size recipe keeper because you guys know I'm handing that down to Addison, but I love these. I love the size of them. So I'm probably going to make a recipe book out of these as well. And I'm no longer going to use that classic size. I'm going to use this side going forward because I just love the look of it and how clean it is. You can pop some stickers in and it just works so well. And I just love having that little photo at the bottom. So right now, these are just random recipes. I do have some recipes in here that we are cooking this week, like this Greek bowl. And then this is the egg roll in a bowl. You don't have to use stickers. As you can see, they fit very well. These are Happy Planner stickers. Or you can just plan kind of like this. So we'll be having these 2 recipes, and then we'll be having the buffalo peppers. So I'll be writing in that recipe as well. I do a lot digitally as well, so I do have a lot of recipes on my Pinterest, but it's something about seeing it in front of you that I just love. And again, since I'll be handing down the recipe keepers to Addison, I think it's beneficial to write them in, and I also think it's just handy to have it with you as opposed to having to look it up. So I've just been kind of popping photos in here of recipes that I want to plan for. So I love this. So I have several recipe cards in here, and when I'm just sitting down and I want to plan and write something in, since I already have the photo on there, I can technically just grab a sticker book, come here and just write it in if I'm feeling like I want to write something out. And then I just have some shopping list inserts in here so that I have them available to me. And then more meal planning inserts. These are, I love them so much. I just love the fact you can fold them, just see the menu plan, and you can tear this off and take that to the grocery store with you. These are just perfect. I just love them. Okay, so next up, cleaning section. This Come Clean is from Clean Mama. It says January 2016, but I think this is something you can always do. She always does a Come Clean challenge. I'm excited about the inserts that are going into my home management box. So once that comes out, I'll be replacing this whole section with those inserts, and I'm very excited about that. On the back here, we've got a daily schedule of things that I want to do clean-wise on a daily basis with a cloth and paper sticky note. And then we've got zone cleaning. So I love zone cleaning. That's typically how I clean, is by zones. That's just how my brain works. So you'll name your zones and then you'll put in all of your tasks for that zone. You can use this as a standard thing, or you can check off those tasks as you're completing them. So I love having these in here as well. So I just have those stocked. And then another clip. I love these so much. They're so cute and very chic. And I just love having those to clip those papers together. So next is my project section. As you guys know, my husband and I do lots of projects around the house. We love DIY. We've done a ton of things to this house. I've showed several before and after pictures of my house. This house was a hot mess.com before we moved in, although the previous owner was very clean. So it was very clean, but it was just old looking. So we did so much to this house, but there's still so much to do. And then once we do it all, it'll be more to do. Toying with the idea of putting the house on the market. I would love to move out of the country, y'all. I know it sounds weird, but I would love to move out of the country, just go explore. Having 2 kids makes that difficult. So we just did our deck too, so we want to enjoy it for a little bit before we do that. But it's it has already added so much value to the house. If you haven't seen that, I did post in my Instagram stories that whole process. It was a very lengthy process. We didn't do it, of course. We hired someone to do it, but I posted in my story so you guys could see kind of that journey. So I checked that off. We did the floating deck, we did the main deck. My husband wanted to do a basketball court, just a small one. We have a lot of land, but we do also have a lot of trees. So we wanted to do tree removal. I'm not sure if we'll do the b-ball court. It would be cool to do it, just a small one. So we'll see. If we do that though, we're definitely staying. I need to paint my island white. I want to paint my cabinets white. We were actually also thinking of maybe getting a pool. Addison keeps bugging us about it, so I need to call to get a couple quotes for that. No, it's super expensive. We need to redo my husband's office, which is a hot mess. Addison's room needs some touch up. I need to paint the living room, and I need to paint the ceiling, and there's some repair that needs to be done in the living room. So I'm just constantly coming here. Every time I think of something, I'll come and I'll write it in. There's always a project. I also have a Lowe's list. I don't know, I prefer Lowe's over Home Depot for certain things, and Home Depot over Lowe's for certain things, but the Lowe's is closest to me. So I always just write a running list, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna go to Lowe's. So that's some things I need from Lowe's. And then these are like the breakdown of the projects. So I'm gonna do a video on how to use Cornell Notes, which is what this is called. I love Cornell Notes. I'm obsessed with them. And so this was the backyard project. I needed to break down the costs and stuff and see if the budget allowed it. And so this is done, but I'm just gonna keep it in here just for memories. But I can't believe it's done because I remember writing this in thinking, I don't know if we'll be able to do it, and it's done. So I'm excited about that. And then this is gonna be for Addison's room redo. And I've got a ton of other projects that I'm gonna be doing. So those will be filled in soon. And then I just added these to the shop. They have dot grid at the top and lined at the bottom, and I'll be using these for projects. I'll just write in the project name at the top and then break it down, maybe put some photos on here. So I thought these would be perfect for project planning. And so these are the other version, which has lined grid and lines. So between the two, I love them. I love line grid more so because I feel like sometimes with dot grid, it's hard to get the writing to line up perfectly. But with line grid, it's almost like a line that you see that you can write in. So I love line grid. I love them both, so I added them both. Next is the fitness section. So that's all for home management. So as you can see, I covered most everything in a home. You need to clean it, you need to meal plan, and you need to do projects around the house. So I think that's pretty well covered. So fitness, this is the fitness inserts that says fitness is like a relationship. You can't cheat and expect it to work. So this is the monthly. Everything is undated. I am doing mostly undated inserts. Going forward, I'm only doing undated inserts, but I do have some dated in my shop. I just love undated because I feel like you can do whatever you want. Sometimes I skip a week and I don't throw the inserts away. I just start on the next week. I do that a lot in my business and social media planner, and then I'll just put the month at the top, and it just works for me, especially when it's like this where it doesn't say the month here. It just makes it easier. So that's what I do. So you'll write the date here at the top. And then it has breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, workout, water intake. Love these so much. I would show you a spray, but I don't have one handy. But these are really, really cute. Or actually, maybe I do. I see. No, I don't. But on my Instagram, I do have a post where I show you how I would do a spread in this. So you see neutral. I'm obsessed with neutral. I don't want that color. I want to add the color myself. So going forward, I don't see myself going back to like a colorful sort of planner. All of the inserts in my shop are neutral. I just think it just works better. And then I have this little clip here, of course, so I can clip the remainder of the pages. It just makes it easier for me. So I have, I think, only 1 month in here. And then a notes page at the end of the month. Then I've got all of my keto stuff. You guys know when I do want to get fit and just I'm in that mindset, keto is the diet that I do. So I have my intermittent fasting schedule. I have 2 different schedules. I have what to eat on keto, and then I have my keto smoothies. And that's just a page that I folded in half, so that way I could, I don't know, I just like to be different, I guess. So I have that in here, and then I've got my Beachbody On Demand, which I'll be signing up for soon, and I want to write in all of the programs so that on my monthly I can plan out my month in terms of what videos and workouts I want to do on those particular days. So that's what my monthly is typically used for workout stuff. In gym, if I'm going to the gym, which my gym just reopened, but I'm not going right now. I think the boys may go sometime soon, but they closed the basketball court, so the basketball court is not open. That's typically what they do when they go. But the regular gym is open, but there's not a lot of people, according to a friend of mine that went. He said that there's not a lot of people there. So, and I'm sure they clean it down, but I will not be going right now. I'm gonna try to do Beachbody On Demand at home. And then here is my keto go-to meals. So these are like meals that are just easy and we love. So I wrote them in here, and then I want to put some keto items to keep on hand. So I wrote it out here, and then I realized I didn't want the dot grid. I wanted the line grid, so I rewrote it. So I didn't rewrite everything. So that's why I kept this in. Once I rewrite it, then I'll take this out. So I love having that there. And then we've got a little card clipped here at the bottom with my little dangle charm from Hustle and Shine. Be not afraid of going slowly, be afraid only of standing still. I think I got it from the Happy Planner too, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Next section is family. I love my dashboard dividers, by the way. I know there's some companies out there that have thicker dashboards, but I think the thicker dashboards make your planner more bulky. So I am not in the market for any other plastic. I love this plastic. It's very sturdy. It's not going to rip or tear. It's great quality. It's just thinner, but that allows you to fit a lot more in your planner, and it still looks good. So I love it. I love the thinner dashboard. So I'm only going to be offering clear going forward because Frosted, my vendor, changed their plastic to a plastic that is harder to cut. So I'm only going to be doing clear. These are frosted, but I feel like clear and frosted are very similar. So there's really not too much of a difference. I'm not sure why I added frosted. I don't know, but clear and frosted are the same. So I'll be restocking those soon. I just did a restock and they sold out in a day. So, and those are very, not difficult, but time consuming. So that's why I always just do a limited stock. So within the family section, I haven't quite figured out how everything is going to be structured here. So I just got some dot paper here. That's all I have here because I also have routines in this section. So as you can see, family section has routines. So that's why I love, again, a top tab and a side tab. Fitness only had fitness. There's no side tab. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to put on this paper yet. Probably like things we want to do, places we want to go and see and things like that, because that's how I had it in my classic planner. So maybe I'll transition that into this planner. And then in routines, I've got a habit tracker of things that I want to do on a daily basis, a half sheet. And then I've got weekly routines for everyone. So I'm trying to work on these. I do have some stuff coming up. So I didn't know if I wanted to write in this because it might change. But I am working on a routine. So I think I may want to write it in, and then once some other stuff comes out, then I'll transition into that just so I have it already written out. So I love these. So I'm working on Addison's. And so this is by the subject. So home, education, chores, family, other. And then you write in all of those tasks pertaining to that subject, and you do it by the day. And then you have your daily, morning and evening routine, and your monthly. So stuff they need to do on a monthly basis. And then on the back, you have a sample weekly schedule. So from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., you can write in their typical day. And then a notes section. My husband loves these. He uses these all the time. And then, so I've got a ton of those in here. Then we come to my personal section. Within my personal section, I have 50 best practices for living a well-designed life. It's a page that I refer to, and I just popped it in. I got this on Pinterest. It's from Day Designer, and I love having this here just as reminders. Every day I come to my planner and I look in each section, so I don't forget to look at something. So that's important too, because you have all these sections, but are you looking in the sections? So I try to come here just to scan through and see if I'm missing anything and to see what needs to be done if it's not written on my regular schedule. I also have a call coming up this week with the Happy Planner, and I'm excited about that. So stay tuned for that, because I may or may not do a video telling you guys what kind of some things we talked about. So I'm excited about that. I'm not quite sure what it's about. They didn't tell us, but I have an idea. And so stay tuned. I may or may not share the details, but I'm excited that they care about our input. So anyways, then next I have some things I want to order for myself personally. Again, this is my personal section. And I have some shows that I want to binge watch. And then another clip there with this Doodles and Dreams page. And then this was something I had in Addison's lunchbox that I kept because I like it. Then we get to the list section. I am a super huge list maker, but not in here. All I have is just to-do list inserts. But you guys know I have a whole, and maybe I'll do another video showing you guys that. I haven't really changed too much with that, but I have a list notebook. So let me show you really quick. This is my list notebook. All of this is Skinny Classic notes. I mean, not notes, but lists. Different types of lists. So as you can see, to do, to go, to buy, to learn, to create, to read, goals, ideas, projects, home, wish list, brain dump. These are just lists. This is a notebook of lists. I am totally a list maker. Yearly calendar I had in here at one point, then the list section. So I love this. I just haven't really used it because I've really been reaching for this quite often, but I keep it because it has lots of lists in there that I refer to, every now and then. All right, next up we have these stickers here, clipped with a little teardrop clip. These are from Alicia Michelle XL. She sent these to me and I just can't bring myself to use them because they're so cute. They're summer themed and I love them. So I just keep them clipped here. And then again, just lots of to-do list paper. And then we get to the inbox. So the idea of the inbox section is to come in here, dump it all out, and then transfer it into those other sections. So really it should start here in terms of getting it out of your brain. When you're just on the go and you just need to dump something out, it should come in your inbox first, and then you come to your inbox first, and then you transfer it to whatever section it goes into. So sometimes I come here, sometimes I don't, y'all. I have to be honest with you. Some sections are underutilized, but I'm working on being better at that, because that really should be my process, is coming here first in the inbox, writing it in, and then, moving it around as needed. Then we get to the wellness section. And within the wellness section, I have self-care. So that is, the top tab is wellness, side tab is self-care. So we've just got some fill paper here. And then when we get to self-care, which I want to do so much better at, I am starting to write in some things. So I have a vitamin regimen, purchased all those vitamins already, and then at the bottom I have a quote. So there's so many different ways you can use Cornell Notes. As you can see, love Cornell Notes for just breaking things down, and I love the look of them. So I do have a vitamin regimen. I take all of those vitamins. My son and I do. My husband does as well sometimes. Addison has a different vitamin regimen, but I think having a vitamin regimen is important, and I don't always stick to it, but I think having it here just really helps me to remember that I should be doing it. I don't really have a skincare regimen, but I am working on developing one, and so this is a work in progress. I also love writing in like different foods and things like that can help you. So these are immune building foods, so I'm still working on this as well, but I love having all of these inserts in here. In the self-care section, it's just a work in progress. I'm also working on self-care for the mind, self-care for the body, self-care for the soul. So I'm working on these 3 lists as well. And that is it for the self-care section. Then we have school, which right now the kids are not in school, but Addison may or may not be going to summer school. She doesn't need to, but our school is offering it because of the whole corona issue. They are offering summer school, and because they feel like the kids aren't going to be ready for next year, We did register Addison for homeschool, so she may or may not be doing homeschool next year. We're still trying to decide what is happening right now and what we're gonna do. We have a little bit of time. So I like having this here just in case I need to send something to the teacher or I need to remember to do something for her school, because I do have a whole planner for homeschool. And so that's where the bulk of everything lies. But I like having this in here just in case I need to jot something in. So that's what I've got there, just some fill paper for that. And then we have the tracker section. I wanna get into trackers, y'all. I know a lot of you guys are into trackers. I want to do better at just tracking different things so I can see it all on one page and I can see how well I'm doing. So I'm working on some habits that I want to develop, and I love having the trackers back here. I just need to start using them. And then we have another little clip here at the bottom, and that is it for the tracker section. Then we just have random fill paper, really what this is. I have it marked as notes, but it's really fill paper. I have another paper clip there with my Muji pen. And so I just keep this paper here so that way I can pull from it and restock some of the sections as needed. Muji pen, of course, I love my Muji pens, y'all. Between 0.5 and 0.7, I go back and forth between the two, but I love them both. And then this is my favorite pen loop. So I keep that there, and then random fill paper again, and then these are new inserts to my shop which I want to try. So this is called the Chronodex method. I'm going to do a video on how to do this once I figure it out, but the idea of it is to be able to kind of see how your day looks. So you've got a lot of different things here that you can break down your day, and then you've got this Chronodex up here where you can see it color coded. So I'm going to do a full video on how to do this, and I'm going to see if, like, on occasions I may want to pop some of these in my planner and plan out my day more in depth, especially on those days where you got a lot going on. So these are new, and I just keep them in the back there. And then we've got this little protective sheet. Of course, it's a divider tab. I just don't have a label there. And this is my sticky note section. Well, you guys saw it had sticky notes early in the planner as well, but I have some in the back here just on one of these divider dashboards that were in the Marble Dreams box. I have my to-do list one, and I have my, this has a creamish, grayish sort of band at the top for you to write in the subject, whatever that may be. Hopefully you can see that. It's very subtle, but you can see it here more so. And then it's dot grid, so you may not be able to see that as well either. But I keep these here in the back, and I pull from them as needed. These are awesome. I just recently got these in stock in my shop. And then we just have a marble sheet of paper here at the back, so that way you don't see this bic on the back. When you close it, you see a nice marble cover. So that is it, y'all. I love this planner setup. It's my favorite by far. I just love everything about it. I love how it's set up. I love how chic it looks. It looks very grown up and still pretty. I love the top view, so I try to keep it very minimal. Again, hustle and shine, hustle and shine. But I like little pops of stuff just to kind of have some decor there. So that's my planner. As you can see, she's a little bit chunky, and she's been working so well for me. I've been pulling her and writing things in and just really enjoying using this planner. So that's it for this video, guys. I love to do flip through videos. You guys seem to really enjoy them. They do very well on my channel, and I like to do them at least once every 2 to 3 months just to show you guys if I've made any changes, which I probably have. And so that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You got a little inspiration out of it. You found a couple of things you want to use in your planner. I will link my shop below just in case you guys are interested. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, I'll link that below as well. Anything outside of my shop stuff, I will link as well. And that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and you'll come back and you'll catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.